What is up, everyone? Welcome to Rolly's Retro Room, a nostalgic podcast where we talk about all the awesome things from the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, and we drop stuff apparently. So,
Oh, apparently. You dropping stuff over there? Were you
welcome
breaking
in,
stuff?
guys. Leave your bikes on the lawn, grab a bean bag, and let's get this nostalgic thing on the road. Tony, how's it going over there, bro?
Pretty dope. Hot. It feels like 106 degrees out here.
Yep.
I'm like I think my AC is like about 67 and it's like still like I'm like, "Oh my god." And we had like a couple brush fires. Bro, I came in for a conference last week and the plane literally went through the brush fire smoke and you could actually smell it in the airplane. So,
Thanks.
yeah, that was a fun time. So, but other than that, things are pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Power Sword doesn't want to stay up in
Oh,
the
things are
background,
just
so
falling apart in your background. What's going on there?
I have to freaking hold it. It's funny. I went on TikTok live and I got like a censorship. They're like, oh, they thought I was trying to sell something. So they're like, yeah, no, we're gonna cut you because I was holding the sword. I had the sword like this the whole time. I think I'm gonna do the
You're
whole
kidding me.
podcast just like this. It's sword
Yeah.
over my shoulder. But yeah, uh funny enough, we have some people that are now following and listening to the podcast because of TikTok, and
That's
they
good.
went to the beginning and are making
No
their
way.
way up. And I'm just
Oh
like,
my god.
I would have recommended going backwards
Yeah, I would've
because
too. Yeah,
those
yeah.
first episodes are so rough. But they're like, no, I like to see the progression of your show and how you guys started to where you are now. I was like, okay, just
And
remember it does get better.
yeah. And it's funny because you see our backgrounds, not your background, my background progressively get better.
Well,
So
no, my lighting changes, my
yeah,
like the camera quality
the
got
camera
better.
quality, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's fun to see the progression. I think that's what people like. And so I'm sure that's what you heard, right? They've like, "Oh yeah, it's gotten a
yeah,
lot
yeah, yeah.
better."
They're like, no, man, like they're like, I saw your clip from one of the reels that you did, but then I look at the your first few episodes and you could tell like you guys are like you were learning. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
this whole thing is like a learning situation. So
I mean, our very first episode, we did it together, and it was just like we didn't know what we were doing.
no
We were
no
just talking.
like we have one topic and we're just
I know.
fucking ping ponging.
And we were just spewing it out. We were just like, let's see if we can pull this off. And lo and behold, over a year later, here we are.
Year later, 38 episodes in.
That's
So
right, my man. That's right. And dude, it's been an amazing experience. I think the best part about it is being part of the retro community and all the friends we've made. That's
yeah.
what I love about it.
Yeah. Shout out to all the people all the friends that we've made and a lot of the nostalgic pages, 90s Kids Day, 90 era nostalgia, 90 Kids Throwback. Those are all, and 90s Nostalgia Girl 90,
Yeah.
no, Nostalgia Girl 86, Michelle.
Yep.
All those people have been super awesome, letting us use their memes and helping push a lot of our content. We appreciate all of them. Those are literally friends of ours. So if you're a fan of our show, please do us a favor and go check out all those people that we listed. Actually, I'll make a reel of this and I'll have them all listed like on the reel and follow these guys because all these guys are giving us the greatest nostalgic content like
They
that
really
is
are.
on all social media.
No, and their stuff is just amazing. What I love about it is you bounce ideas back off of one another. It's like, oh man, that's a good idea. This is a good idea. That's an awesome. And the reposting, and it's just again, we're just kind of part of this whole community, and we're just sharing each other. And I think that's what I love about this community. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, there are some bad apples, but we won't say who, but for the most part, the nostalgic community is very close knit and we're all friends. Carlos, the nostalgic Latino, awesome,
oh
awesome
man,
guy. I made friends with
great
him and
dude.
he's such a dope guy just to talk with. And like
Yeah,
his content I want to say he is one of the most creative and uh, not create like creative is the word, but like he's in the like his how do you say like
his mind thinks outside the box of things that you don't think about. Like, oh my
right,
god,
he's original. He's one of the most
yeah,
original creative content creators for of the nostalgia like realm that I appreciate his content so much more
yeah,
because I see when he makes stuff and then hours later people are literally copying his style and they're just
yeah.
and I'm just like, I know that was Carlos. Like Carlos is the one that's putting out the so nostalgic Latino. Shout out to him. He's
Sure.
absolutely killing the game. His stuff is awesome. Um,
Abs-
real quick, I wanted to announce before we jump into topics. So we did move Halls of the Week to its own segment. It'll be a really short thing after we do the intro, so the intro doesn't feel too long-winded. Um, we got the votes in for the bracket battle for the 80s theme songs. And
All
man,
right,
this is gonna be tough here. So we're showing
dude.
it to you guys here.
Yeah,
That when you hear this episode, that this is dropping on a Monday. So
yeah,
that Monday on Instagram, I'll be dropping this and it'll run for a week.
yep,
And guys will vote. Let me give you a quick breakdown. So
dude.
on the screen right now, we have DuckTales versus Chippendale, Tailspin versus Gummy Bears, Heathcliff versus Dennis the Menace, and Silverhawks versus Mask. On the other side, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Transformers, Thundercats versus Voltron, Inspector Gadget versus G.I. Joe, and He-Man and the Masters of the Universe versus the real Ghostbusters.
Dude,
This is an insane bracket right here. Like it's and I have my prediction of what it's gonna come down to.
we're
But
not gonna say it. We're not gonna say it.
no,
But like it, you, I don't know what you were trying to do here when we created, like when you created this, start World War III or something. I don't know. I don't know. I
just
don't
for
know.
the
What you,
record, I
I
went
don't know.
on and had people send in suggestions. I tallied up. It was over
Okay.
300 votes, 300 suggestions
What
sent in.
in the retro community?
Yeah.
Like these. Like all
On
right,
my Instagram from stories and a post and
all
stuff like
right,
that. And this is what it came to. And I went through 300 suggestions,
okay.
and this is the top ones that came in. So this is not Roly. This is not what Roly didn't pick these.
This
While
is the retro community.
Roly would have probably put in 80% of these, but these are sent to me from the retro community, all the nostalgia pages and just
All
people that
right.
follow the Instagram. So this is you guys. You guys voted this. Now the verses, I may have tweaked certain things here and there. But yeah, there that week one's gonna be rough. So how this is gonna work is every week we'll move on. There's only what it's only gonna be 4 weeks long. So
Yeah.
every week I'll have the post up and that thing will be open the whole week. You guys go submit your votes as you could comment as many times as you want. I was gonna try to I'll do a poll in the stories and I'll tally everything up and that will, we'll do it for a whole month. A whole month we'll do this thing. Basically,
Dude,
the month of July. The month of
there
July
is
will be the bracket battle for the 80s and 90s, the 80s cartoon themes.
there is gonna be some back and forth in the comments with this selection, my man. I
Heads are gonna roll.
yo, I mean, just Transformers and Turtles alone. Like, dude, that
Yeah.
one's
Dude,
both iconic theme songs.
Turtles, Transformers, Inspector Gadget versus G.I. Joe, He-Man versus Ghostbusters,
Dude,
DuckTales versus Chippendale, which is rough.
both.
And I know what people are gonna say. Some of these aren't. These all started in the 80s. Their
Yeah,
premiere date is in the 80s. Some are literally 89, but
yeah.
they're
But
an
it's still in the
80s
80s.
cartoon. Yeah.
They're still an 80s cartoon. That means
I get all the
DuckTales.
time. I get all the time heat that Ninja Turtles is a 90s cartoon, but it started
No,
in 87. So
correct. A lot of people didn't know that. So they think I think it just prolonged in the 1990s, but it did start in 87.
yeah.
Like it just I think it really got popular in the 90s with us, especially us 90s kids. Definitely got popular in the 90s.
Yeah, no,
But
it carried over, and I want to say it started to fizzle out maybe like 93, 94, right around the time when Power Rangers
Power
came out.
Rangers come out. Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely. And
we all
DuckTales was
shifted
89.
from TMNT to Power Rangers.
Yeah. And I assume DuckTales was 89, right?
Maybe a few years. I think maybe 87.
Yeah. So right up there with TMNT.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the only thing is, it became more prominent when they had when the Disney afternoon started.
Got it. Oh,
So
there you go. Dropping Monday right there.
bracket battle, guys. Go to the Instagram or even on the podcast that you're listening to. Write it in the comments on the Spotify comments or on the YouTube video. Anywhere you see this, write your vote for who you want to. Write all the answers, like your choices in the comments, and we will see who's winning. Who is winning week one in all these sections.
All right. Are we gonna
But
say what? Who do you think? Who are you choosing right now, or we're gonna wait for the week?
no, I don't want to influence anybody.
Okay, okay. No
We're not.
influence. There's
I
no
mean,
influence on
for
this.
the record, somebody think, "Oh, I heard you were an influencer." I'm like, hold on, I'm a content creator. I don't
There's a
influence anybody
difference.
yet.
There's a
But
difference. Yeah.
I don't want what I think or what I would vote to. Like this is all the community. Rolly's
Yeah.
not voting here, but I have an idea.
Yeah,
I
but you have a
have
rough
an
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
But that
Not
is the
bad.
intro, guys. A little long-winded. We brought the battle bracket for you guys to see, and we're gonna see who the champion of the 80s cartoon theme songs is. But with that
There you
being
go.
said, let's jump into the halls of the week. All right, so we decided we're gonna do halls of the week as its own thing. So
Yeah.
here is this week's halls of the week. I don't really have much. I'm gonna show it to you real quick. Tony, I believe you have some stuff.
I
So
have about one thing.
let me show you the stuff that I got this last week and a half. I already have these, but these are much cleaner than the ones that I have. So I got 2 VHSs, and the one that stood out to me, they was screaming at me when I saw it from across the way. Another Rugrats VHS,
Unbelievable.
but
Look at that
so clean,
pristine. That is
so
clean
so
clamshell right there.
clean, dude. And
the orange tape. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I couldn't pass it up. The minute I saw that orange, I saw it like this. And I saw
Yeah.
the outline on top. I'm like, okay, I gotta get that.
Dude, man. And it just goes to show you, you just have to go every week, every day. Because you're never gonna know what's gonna happen.
Every day.
Yeah.
Then it's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Shut
Who is your
up.
daddy and what does he
What
do?
does he do?
Our mom says that our dad's a real sex machine. And then I don't know if you're watching soccer, but Mexico is doing really good right now.
They
and
are. Go Paraguay.
Andale arriba.
There you go.
Tell me you know
Go Portugal. Of course I know who this is. Speedy Gonzalez.
There you go. Speedy. Andale arriba.
Yeah.
I used to say that all the time as a kid.
Yep.
The next two things, one is very special to me because it was sent to me by a friend of mine from TikTok. His name is Mr. E. His page is Retro Rare Unpacked. Please check him out. He basically opens up sealed toys. His belief system is toys are meant to be played with and they should be opened.
I love it.
He sent me a sealed Rocketeer figure.
No.
And wanted me to open it. So
we're gonna do it right now. Oh no, you opened it. Okay.
I opened it on his live.
Beautiful. Look at that.
With the rocket. The rocket's actually a separate piece. And then this thing, I had to figure out a way to cut it so I could get the plastic part off because I wanted to keep this because look at the art on this thing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, man. And the Rocketeer, that is a segment we have to do.
We have to do the Rocketeer.
Such an underrated movie.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. This thing, I could not believe it. Such an amazing movie, amazing toy. And I could it came in my mail. I was like, dude, you did not have to, but look at this thing. And that's
amazing.
It just looks so awesome. And the Rocketeer, I mean, dude, tell me you don't see like Iron Man.
No, absolutely. Like
Bullet head, rocket,
Iron Man,
and his color scheme, red, gold, the khaki, bro.
Yep. And
this was awesome.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't the director of Rocketeer also direct Captain America, the very first Avenger?
What I will say about the Rocketeer is I was very surprised because the villain, I had just seen him as James Bond. It's Timothy Dalton, right?
Yep.
And then seeing him as the bad guy, I was like, "What? Wait, isn't that James Bond?"
What? A lot of people thought that Timothy Dalton was a very hardcore James Bond, and then you got to understand, like, this is around the time that this is before Daniel Craig and all that stuff, and a lot of people didn't accept him. That's why he only did one movie.
Yeah,
because they were like, "Yeah,
was it one or two? I think he did two."
I'm pretty sure it was one because a lot of people were upset about Timothy Dalton. Let me see. Joe Johnston. Yeah, he directed Captain America, the first Avenger.
And Rocketeer.
And the Rocketeer.
So there you go. You could see it. You see it.
Tell me you cannot see both. I'm like,
now that the Rocketeer and the Captain America, first Avenger. Come on.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. They really do. A lot of influence. Urge you to watch Captain America, the first Avenger. And if you've seen the Rocketeer and you know the Rocketeer, you're gonna see the influences.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, that's how I knew. I was like, I think that's the same director. It was very,
And
very similar.
also Jennifer Connelly is in
Of
there.
course,
Come
yeah.
on.
Oh, Jennifer Connelly when she was young. That's right.
Yeah.
She was
So,
one of
but
our
real
'90s
quick,
crush.
just shout out to Mr. E. Thank you for this. This
Three,
thing is
you're the
awesome.
man.
And he and I spoke. He will be on the podcast for a segment. We're gonna do
I
some
love it.
unboxing and talk about collecting.
Beautiful.
Last
Speaking
thing
of
I'll show,
unboxing,
and we'll jump to you.
yeah. Speaking of unboxing, I have my eyes out on the Batmobile of the animated series, pristine inbox one. So
Nice.
we'll see.
All right.
And I will be opening it on the podcast.
Here we go. I got
When you showed me this, dude, that is like the breakdancing, like one that you see in the street.
Oh, here's the kicker. I don't know if you're gonna be able to read this. I'll hold it up. Do you see what name it says there?
Let me see. My God, Sears, right there. Look at that. That is
a Sears boombox.
Wow.
And I did a reel today playing my All Night Long Lionel Richie. It works fine. The minute I plugged this thing in, it started playing the radio, and I was like, "Oh my god, it works!" Because I got it very cheap, so I was like in shock that it worked.
Dude,
I gotta do some.
are you gonna put it in your retro room? You think? Or
Yeah. This thing is I gotta see where I put it, but yeah, this thing is going in the room. It's gonna be displayed. But yeah,
beautiful haul.
That's all I got.
Dude, I gotta up my game,
Tony.
Bro. I gotta up my game. I mean, all the stuff you got. And granted, you go to Goodwill every day. I don't got time for that. I got kids and job and all that stuff. But every now and then, it's always good to get something for the podcast. And I always like to wear different retro T-shirts. So shout out to my wife who got me this. Let's see.
Shout out to the wives, because this was my Father's Day present right here.
Same. This is my Father's Day present right here.
She wanted to hook up the podcast with another hoodie, so she got me some the terror that flaps in the night, some Darkwing action over here.
I love it. I love it. So shout out to the wives. Thank you for our Father's Day gifts.
And your shirt, I mean, every millennial and Gen Xer has at some point rolled a tape with a pencil.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Especially us young kids, we start off with tapes. Mm-hmm. So if that thing got like the tape was out of its cassette, bro, our parents, our Gen X parents, hey, just get a pencil and roll it up. And that's it. That's how you fixed it. CD scratched, you're screwed. You're not gonna. Good luck. They didn't have like the machines that you have where you resurface it. You toss that thing out, And then the second haul is I got this one full of my favorite 80s cars.
Nice. Nice.
Beautiful. I think we got Nightwing on there, Ghostbusters, the A-Team, and of course, Back to the Future.
You said Nightwing. Van. You said Nightwing.
Sorry, Knight Rider. Sorry, yeah. Knight Rider. Knight Rider, Ghostbusters, A-Team, and of course, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
So, great. And that's pretty much my haul. I got to up my game. I told you, bro. I got to up my game. I really do.
You don't have to. Remember, there are weeks that I don't have hauls. And there are times where I just have stuff stacked. I'm like, okay, I didn't show. I'll ask you. I didn't show this, right? All right, cool. I'll show it for this week.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just get so much. I'm just like, okay, I just section them off. I'm like, all right, I'll make this part of hauls. So those are the hauls. Let us know what you think of our hauls. Let's go to the next segment. It is the 30th anniversary of the greatest console to ever come out in video game history. Ladies and gentlemen, the N64 has officially turned 30 years old. Happy birthday, N64.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
What's with the tone, Tony? What's going on over there?
I think you're a little biased there, my friend.
I don't have statistics. Sorry, statistics actually contradict what I'm saying.
That's not
fuck statistics, bro. Put it this way: Are you gonna trust Rotten Tomatoes to tell you a movie's good? No, fuck that. You gotta listen to the people, and I am the people. And N64 is one of the greatest consoles to ever come out.
It is one of the greatest. You're absolutely right. Not the greatest.
Hey, what's your name?
Tony.
Fuck you, Tony.
What's your name?
And now I'm cutting right there. Fuck you, Tony.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Roy.
Sorry, but yeah, man. N64, 30 years. Holy shit. You would not think that first of all, just saying that 1996 was 30 years ago is ridiculous.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday.
Yeah. I feel like I remember the N64. Now, obviously, it came out in June in Japan, and then
Yeah,
it came out in September in the United States. But
yeah,
its initial, just the first time people got their hands publicly on N64 was in
3 years
Japan
ago.
in June in 1996. And man, this thing, just look at it. Just this is the first time we saw a console with 4 ports on it. And you're just like, yo, so I could hook
Yeah,
up 4 controllers. What games
play,
are they coming out with? And
dude.
the
Play
launch
with 4
titles:
people. What?
Wave
Oh my
Race,
god.
Mario 64, Star Fox
Mo-
came a little bit later, and then
Yeah,
obviously what happened later on was just
yeah. Everybody knows
they
what happens
they
later on.
took that 4-player port to the max with
Yeah,
GoldenEye, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart,
Mario
Mario
Party.
Party. Yeah,
Oh my god, Mario Party. I'm telling you, I still to this day cause some strife amongst my friends. Like it was like people were walking out of the house, like being like, you know, screw you.
did you
And
ever see someone or yourself mess up your palm playing
yeah,
Mario
because you had to
Party
do
doing
this,
the
because you had to do this, the whole
yeah,
thing. Of course, I was
dude,
probably one of those people.
yeah,
Most definitely. I'm like,
but yeah.
it's a blister. You see the blister? Like you're like,
Mhm. But yeah,
yeah,
man, 30 years ago, and this thing, I mean, the N64 still to this day, to tell you why, I always say it had an impact on me, and that's why I say it's my favorite console. But right now, one of the most sought off after retro gaming consoles and games are N64. So
true.
much so that all these companies, Mod Retro, there's the M64, like all these, they're making these new versions of N64 that are compatible with HD TVs to play old cartridge consoles on it. Because
It's genius.
if you hook up an N64 and get all the extra adapters to plug it into one of these TVs, it just
It's a
looks like
pain.
ass.
No, it is, and rightfully so. And granted, this is from NCC4 to Sega to anything, and I think this is a great thing that they're doing is creating these consoles that can hook up to big flat screen TVs that's 16:9 that you could play these cartridges. I think
Yeah.
that's genius,
That you
complete
could use the
genius.
original cartridge on those systems, and it's just great because, again, I appreciate what's happening, that people are going out and buying CRTs, but fuck,
Yeah,
they're also, because of that, they're raising the price. Like you used to be able to get CRTs for free. People are
yeah,
throwing them
giving them
away,
away. They were
or
giving
like,
them
oh
away.
yeah, you get $5, 15
Yeah,
bucks, and you
dude, I
leave with
was
a dope CRT,
yeah, I was thinking about getting like a little mini CRT
the most
just to put it
expensive
like
ones.
behind me, bro. They're like $200. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
these things don't work. They go off antenna, and you're selling it for $200.
Social media, because people have been making content with these little TVs. There's one guy that goes with a GameCube, and he takes this little TV that has a VHS in it, and he hooks up a GameCube to it in all these exotic places, on a boat, on a lake, on a cliff top.
That's
And ever
incredible,
since that, he's those little TVs. I want one. I've I've missed out twice on those TVs by
dude.
minutes getting to garage sales and estate sales. I pulled up once and saw some college kids walking out like, "Oh, bro, we're gonna have this is gonna be so awesome." I'm like, "You fucking chads, bro. God damn
Dude,
it."
and I assume they were younger than you.
Oh, they were fucking college kids, bro.
Yeah, oh my god. So they were. And no offense to the to Gen Zs, but like, dude, you didn't grow up with this.
Yeah,
But
no.
I appreciate it and I respect it because you know what? You missed out on it. So I get it. I get it. I understand it. But dude, I was looking for something like small, like a small
Yeah,
CRT.
9-inch, 13-inch, and those are the ones that are
Dude,
going for the most money. The smaller
dude.
it is, the more expensive it is.
Yeah. There was one
But
guy that was like a cool looking CRT and he was selling it for like $450, but it was like mid-century modern looking CRT. I'm
oh
like,
yeah,
dude,
I
way
mean,
out of my price range
design definitely has an impact on the price.
because it looks like a piece of furniture in your house.
Yeah.
So, but man, there you go. N64, 30 years. We salute you, my man.
And
Even though,
64 is 30. Man, that's crazy. So
yeah.
let us know what your favorite game on N64 was, and what was your first experience with N64? Let us know.
And I just want to give an honorable mention to our boy Sonic the Hedgehog, who turned 35 this year.
Nice.
35. All right. So,
35 years old.
dude, our boy Sonic hanging in strong, and he's still popular to this day.
Yep.
So, happy birthday, Sonic.
Who remembers playing Ding Dong Ditch and Manhunt. These were games
Dude,
that we played in the neighborhood. Now, one is an actual game that you played with your friends that involved them. And the other thing was basically just something you guys did. It was like, just
a
something we
prank.
just did. We were bored. We didn't have technology and like, ring cameras screwing it up. But let's go ahead. Let's jump into first. We'll do Manhunt. Tony, talk to
Yes.
me about Manhunt, bro.
Dude, all right. Manhunt is a very long form of tag. And essentially, it was with your neighborhood friends. It was okay. You got together with your neighborhood friends. Mainly, I don't know about you, it could be played at day or night, but mainly for us, at least it was played at like close to dusk at nighttime in the summertime. But
Yeah.
you could play it during the day as well.
So you could hide better with the dark and stuff like that,
Yeah,
under
exactly.
cars and shit like that.
Exactly. And it's more of a instead of tag hide and seek, but a long version around a bigger broad. So like for us, shout out to Suncrest, our neighborhood kids would essentially use the entire complex as manhunt. And to us as kids, that was just like that was
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah,
So many places to hide.
we would do stop sign to stop sign. So basically
Yeah.
our whole street, and the only rule we had was you couldn't go into yards.
Couldn't go into yards,
So
houses,
we
or
could climb
cars.
trees, we could go
Yep.
under cars,
Yep.
we could go in bushes, and we were inside the bushes, fucking
Yes.
getting scratched up
Yep.
with the bushes.
Yep. And trees, I think, was probably one of the most popular hiding spots. And it got so popular that people wouldn't do it anymore because the first place
Was
people
the
would
tree to
look
check. Yeah.
was you'd look up and and especially if it was at night and they had a flashlight, yeah, that would be the first place people would look. So like you definitely had to be creative
Yeah.
on hiding. And then essentially when you get caught, what happens?
Don't you go to jail?
You go to jail. So there
Yeah.
was always a designated jail. In your case, it was what was a spoof, a staircase or something like that.
Well, in my neighborhood, it was just the tree where he was counting, that was jail.
Oh, okay, yeah. In our neighborhood, so
Like the base, if you will, was the jail.
yeah, yeah. Our base was essentially was pretty cool because it was the front of the clubhouse of our neighborhood. So like it looked like a jail. So there would be one guy on each of the team guarding the jail. And essentially, if you're starting capturing, there's always that, all right, we got to find that one last person. And sure enough, if that one last person comes and frees everybody out of jail, that person who was guarding the jail would have to count to 100 again to allow everybody to go free and then start the game all over again.
Yeah.
So like it was a tough position to be in if you're the one guarding that jail, bro.
So it's interesting because you played I assume mostly teams.
Yeah. Yeah, we played in
So
teams.
in my neighborhood, we did teams sometimes. The thing is, we didn't that there wasn't a lot of us a lot like most of the time because there was maybe like four actual kids that lived on my block. But then on weekends, like other kids would come over and stuff like that. So on the weekends, we would do teams.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we would do like one person's the hunter and everybody else is just hiding. And then all I remember was like I would always have a vantage point to see the person that was hunting, and I would just rotate around. Like I was
Oh,
moving.
okay.
I would
Yeah.
just move around.
You
So
wouldn't
like
stay in one hiding spot,
right.
essentially.
So I would see him going to one end. I'm like, all right, cool. So I would like I if I always had like a point of view of them,
Yeah,
I would just move around. So and
that's a pretty good strategy.
well, it would always get me to the end. And most of the times I would win or I would get I remember my cousin Omar get him out. So
Mm,
he'll always get captured first because his thing was under hiding under cars. So the first thing anybody would do is go check all the street cars. So remember the rule was
yeah,
you can't go into people's houses, but people would park their cars like on that. There's the sidewalk and then there's the street that in
yeah,
between asphalt part, people would park
yes,
cars there. So my Omar would go under the cars and that became known. So the first thing anybody would do is go check under the cars to see if Omar or anybody was under the cars, and he was so small that he could fit under the cars.
right, right.
So yeah, and while that was happening, he would get caught. So then, yeah, I believe if the rules was this, if somebody's in, if I run to the jail and tag him, he could get out.
Yeah, yeah,
So
essentially. Yeah, that was pretty much the rules. And, I got a couple of notes here, like, it was definitely in the '90s, Manhunt was also known regionally as Jailbreak, Cops and
mhm,
Robbers, or Hide and Seek Tag. They combined the two, I guess. Remember, like, we lived what, 20 minutes away from each other, 30 minutes away from each other. You lived in the Grove, I lived in Kendall,
Yeah.
and it was right there and then it was already different. So everybody had a different name for it, a different way to play it, stuff like that. And it was a massive neighborhood game. Players would agree on specific boundaries like streetlights, main roads, divided into two groups, one, two, three, four players, whatever. The
Yeah.
hiders had a set amount of time, scatter, and hide and seek in the dark. The seekers, hunters waited at home base, then set out to find tag or capture the hiders. Captured players would often be put in designated jail and could be freed if a teammate ran in and tagged them without being caught.
So
So
my question to you when you played, so did you play with a flashlight? Did the people searching have flashlights
it depends. It depends. Our neighbor was pretty like
lit?
lit, but we also had pathways in between the neighborhoods, and those weren't lit. So yeah, we had essentially had flashlights so we could search in bushes and in trees because there was trees and bushes there, and every like area had like a tree, so you always had to like look up. So yeah, we definitely played with flashlights if we were playing in the dark for
Yeah,
sure.
my neighborhood had street lights, but like remember, like 90s street lights. So they
Yeah,
lit up, but then it would light up that part, and then you'd have dark areas. So
yeah,
we played with flashlights, and were you the the rules in my neighborhood was you had to tag them for them to be caught. Was your thing
correct.
just you find them or you had to tag
No,
them?
no, no. We didn't. The light didn't find them. You physically had to
Oh
tag
no,
them to be
I'm
caught.
not. I'm just saying that. Just like like I see you, but do you have
Yeah.
to like actually
No, you
chase
had to
them and
tag
tag
them,
them?
like, because they could run away. You have a chance to, like, run away,
Right.
but, "Hey, you didn't tag me, I'm not caught." That's not the
Yeah.
way. You have to physically tag them.
Yeah, so
So
that's what me and my cousin would do. Like he would get caught and then he would start like fucking calling out like, "Come get me, come get me."
yeah,
So then if it was teams, like you said, one person would stay behind and
yeah,
watch to see if anybody came to get. But when we weren't doing teams, and it was just one person, it would be never ending because that person's going to look for more people, kind of watching, but then speed plays a factor.
yeah.
You go, you dip, you freaking tag your friend or your cousin out, and then you continue. And man, when we did one person as the hunter, those went for a long time, so much so that
Oh, I
sometimes
bet.
they would get frustrated, like, "All right, I'm done, bro. I'm not doing this. You guys keep freeing each other." It's like, "All right,
Yeah,
bro, there's a strategy
the
behind
name of
this."
the game. Yeah.
So, but the
What
team one was harder because,
it
yeah,
was.
you would scatter, go
Yep,
find, and then once you started capturing people, you had that one guy who would still look, but he would definitely stay around to make
yeah.
sure no one came to free anybody. But yeah, man.
Dude, one of the crazy I'm gonna make end it I don't know if we could end it here, but, like, I have to tell this story because it was one of the craziest freeing of jail I've ever seen in my life. So, they scattered, and we always counted at the base, and then we went around the neighborhood. So, essentially, there was nobody at the jail, there was nobody there. So, we started capturing people, we started putting people in jail, so much so to the point where we had one guy left. We could not find this guy for anything. This guy, and of course, this is the first time this has ever happened. So with the base, there was bushes here and bushes here on this side. It never occurred to us to look at these bushes right next to the base because you'd think like that's stupid because it's right next to the jail. No one would hide there. Lo and behold, as we're going, the one of the guards, I was one of the guards, he comes out from the bushes and frees everybody from the jail because it was right next to the jail. And it was like, ah, I freaked out. I was like, they escaped. Like everybody ran. And they're like, what happened? He was hiding in the bushes. This is where he was at the whole time, right next to the jail. It was one of the craziest frees I've ever seen. So that
Nice.
was probably the greatest game I think I've ever played a Manhunt. So shout
Yeah.
out to the Sunset crew and Suncrest crew. And that's Manhunt for you, bro.
Yeah.
That's how it was. So let us know, bro.
And now the other game that we did, and not for anything, I don't know if it's because of where I lived. Ding Dong Ditch is its official name. In my neighborhood, it had another name that I cannot
Yeah.
repeat on here. I
Yeah.
lived in Coconut Grove, and it had a different name. But Ding Dong Ditch, man, this was one of the crazier things
It
that we
was.
did because you literally went up to somebody's house, rang their doorbell or knocked on their door. Because I
Yeah.
mean, you grew up in Kendall. Kendall's a little bit
Yeah.
nicer. I grew up in Coconut Grove, Little Havana. So
Not really had doorbells
some
working now.
doorbells weren't functional.
Yeah.
So we would knock.
Yeah.
And man, you would just knock, run away, kind of like the scene in in Billy Madison
Yep, pretty
where they
much
put the dog shit on the porch. We
on the
weren't
porch.
doing that, but you
No.
would run away and then hide behind a car to see them open the door. And bro, just like that.
Hello?
But dude, we did it. I remember we would do it at night too. We'd do
Yeah.
it during the day, but at night because yeah, people are trying to go to sleep and stuff like that. So we did it to one house in particular, and they kept coming out. And then like, the third time, they're like, if I come out there, and this guy's like in a fucking robe, if I come out there and I find you, I don't care how old you are, I don't care who your parents are, I'm gonna fuck you up. And we're just like, oh shit. And we're just like, all right, so we're done.
You're just young kids. Like, I think
me,
that was the
me,
last
my
time.
cousin Omar, my friend Georgie, like we were, I mean, we weren't bad kids, but there was nothing else to do like that.
It was we
That's
didn't have cell
literally
phones. We had
that
nothing. That was
we
what we did.
did we have our gaming systems? Yeah, but like
Yeah,
we wanted to be outside. So
yeah.
yeah, we went around the entire, and mind you, everyone in the neighborhood knew the only 3 or 4 fucking kids. So it wasn't like they didn't know who was doing it.
Oh, it was, yeah.
So then,
Absolutely.
I would get told something the following day sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just crazy to remember like all
Did
that
you
stuff.
ever have one guy that would, like, take it to the extreme? That
Oh,
was
well, fun. You told a story about Manhunt. I got a story. We
okay.
went up to this house, and me and Georgie planned this against my cousin Omar. And I told him we're gonna ring the doorbell, or I'll ring the doorbell. I'll have Omar looking at me. I'm like, Omar, make sure that, and then so what Georgie's gonna do is Georgie's gonna pull Omar's shorts down. Pull Omar's shorts down. So when we dip, he's there in shock. And the people come outside, they're just gonna see Omar. So what happens? I ring doorbell. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Then I start booking. The minute I start ringing and I move, Georgie goes because Omar's facing me. Omar goes and free. I told Omar, yo, look at the window and see if they get up. Pulls his shorts down. Now, George got a good pull because it wasn't just shorts. This was shorts
Oh
and
my
underwears.
god, no
So
way.
this kid is there and like just free balling.
Free balling.
He's in shock. Oh, what the hell? And then we freaking book. And then he turns around to start running with his pants around his ankle. And me and Georgie are gone. And
Oh my god.
the lady comes out. I don't want to say her name because I think people still like interact with me with this lady. She's still around. And she's just like, hey, oh, she said, Omar, Omar, is that you, Omar? And she's just like, she's like, ponte la pan. She's like, lift your pants. And then Omar's just there, fucking white ass cheeks, just flashing this old lady.
Oh
And
my
he's there
god.
trying to pull his pants up and run, but bro,
Oh my
what a
god.
freaking
How did you were you dying laughing behind a
oh,
car or
bro,
something?
my stomach and my face hurt so bad. We were laughing so hard, dude. Like I just thinking about it now, how much Georgie and I were freaking dying laughing because of
Oh
that.
my
And
god,
Omar
that's so
comes up to
funny.
us. He was a smaller one of us, and he's like starts swinging, punching us, and we're just like we don't care. We're just he's like hitting us, and we're taking it. We're like, bro,
Yeah,
and we're just cracking up.
that is so funny. That's a good story. Yep, that would be an extreme. I think the only thing extreme for me, we always had that one guy that it was his turn, and he'd take his foot, he'd turn around and go, bah, 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 with his foot. And we're like, what? He like booked it out of there.
Nowadays, like you can't really do
No,
ding dong ditch because
got ring
almost
cameras and
everyone
all,
has ring cameras.
pretty much.
So it's like,
Yeah.
can you imagine running up and then you ding, then you run? It's like, I'm calling your mom right now, Jason. Fuck. I thought they'll come with like I mean the only way you could do is like if you come with like a Halloween mask or
Yeah,
something
you can.
covering you or something like that.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, if you're in your own neighborhood, you're identifiable. Like if
Easily,
you know
easily.
your neighbors, you know whose kid that is.
Yeah, and you always had that like cool neighbors, like it's just kids being kids, you know.
Well, there's
Like
that video online where the kid goes up to do the ding dong ditch,
that's
and
right.
they go on the ring camera like, "Oh, where are your parents?" And it's like, "Oh, my dad's right there." And then the dad's like, "Run, hurry up,
He run.
run!" And it's just
He
like,
says it's
"Oh,
supposed to be a childhood memory.
yeah." It's like, "Oh, it's cool that the dad was trying to teach the kid how
Yeah,
to do it," and the kid was just like, I don't want to do this like my dad making me do this. Like your dad's trying to freaking culture you, you little
Exactly.
bastard.
He's like he's trying to have a core memory of you. Run, you're supposed to run.
But yeah,
Oh
man.
my god.
Ding
Yep.
Dong Ditch. Who played Ding Dong Ditch and who played Manhunt? Let me know because these were core games. And
They
to be
were.
honest, I don't think I've seen any kids playing either one of these lately. Maybe at
Nah.
a park they play like hide and go seek, but Manhunt in the neighborhood.
No.
And I haven't, I mean, granted, not that you would see it, but Ding Dong Ditch, I haven't heard of anybody getting Ding Dong Ditched in
No. I think
years.
that pretty much stayed in the 90s.
Who remembers downloading lyrics from the internet? This was a thing that took place once the internet started becoming a little more
Yeah.
common. Mid 90s, 96, 97, very big
Something
in
like that. Yeah.
98. And
Yeah.
I remember this because I remember, like, especially girls in my middle school and high school having
Yeah.
binders just with
Yep.
lyrics of songs. Dude, this was something that, like, it's just, it's crazy to me that we were doing this and people were doing this. It's not something you would do now. And
No.
obviously, now you could go to Spotify, listen to a song, and it'll show you the lyrics on screen.
Yep.
But it was one, like, there wasn't much we knew how to do on the internet, and this was just something that people did. And they're like, all right, you went to a website, you typed in a song. Like, there's particular dedicated websites that
There
were
was.
uploading this stuff, and it was just crazy. Sometimes, if they didn't have a printer, what would they do?
They would write it down, bro. Just as you see here in this picture, bro.
I
In
remember
beautiful calligraphy. Like I
some
remember it.
girls, yeah, they had their way of writing and cursive or stuff like that, and they
Yep.
would literally handwrite some of the lyrics and have them in the folder. What a crazy time of the internet, like the beginning times of the public internet.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, remember, so they would print them out, but yo, do you remember having seeing those printers that were like that infinite paper with the
Oh,
holes
yeah.
in the side?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, the Xerox, I was it
That
Xerox
was one of the
paper?
first printers I had, like, and because again, that was the only thing we had. So, but yeah,
Yeah, but
but that
dude,
was before it was like just regular paper where you just
yeah.
kind of, you know. But yeah,
Yeah, but it's so crazy. I remember, and there was like, I have like 2 girls that come to mind from like my middle school. I wanna say like in 8th grade, that every time a song dropped, so for instance, Usher, Nice and Slow, we talked about it. Like,
yeah,
yeah, like I remember she had Usher, Nice and Slow's lyrics printed out. I think she had Next, Too Close, like all those R&B songs. I believe DMX, there were some DMX lyrics on there. It's
yeah.
just so crazy. And then it wasn't just hip hop and R&B.
Of
There was
course,
rock songs too. And
absolutely.
if anybody saw our Instagram, I was just serenading
Yeah.
Tony with this song, Closing Time. And
Yep.
there's not that many lyrics in Closing Time.
No, there really isn't.
Now that you look
But
at it.
yeah, but people downloaded them, you know. So, but again, this is what we did in order to, and I guess I don't know, it was right around the time because not all the CDs that we got from the store had the lyrics on there,
No,
you
no,
know?
no. They would
Like,
have like some notes. Sometimes depending on like on the album, they would include lyrics to some songs,
yeah.
but not all. Like, and then and the funny thing is now, and I literally just got this wave. The girl who had one of these folders, she would print out multiples, and then like she'd be like, "Oh, do you want one?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And she would sometimes just pass out lyrics, killing probably the the ink printer in her
Oh,
house.
I'm
But
sure.
hey, if you had a printer in your house in 1997, then chances are you had bread for that. But yeah, man, look
Yeah,
right there.
definitely. Dude,
That
that's
it's so crazy. And this picture right here just basically like captures that moment. Look, you have the basically the VHSs back there in that
pretty
wooden
much.
furniture. You
Yeah,
got
that
your
boxy computer.
your boy band posters on
Yep.
the wall, Usher, TLC, the box computer.
Dude,
Man,
that
this
that
and look at
monitor,
the
bro.
style. That's
Yeah.
like a Hang 10 Bugle Boy shirt.
Yep.
I mean, dude, so crazy.
It is. You know, but that's what we did, you know, and I think if let me give me a second. I'm gonna reach back here one quick second because I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Billy Joel.
Every
Um,
time he reaches to those fucking cassette tapes and he rubs it in my face that I don't have any fucking cassettes. Yeah, I
yeah,
just want to uppercut him right in his
yeah,
nuts.
yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go
And
with Billy Joel. Let's go with
oh
Billy
yeah,
Joel.
yeah.
Yeah. You go with Billy Joel. All right. Hold on. Little ASMR.
Yeah. Here's mine, you fuck guy. My
So,
Lionel Richie.
so yeah, this one. Yeah. See, this one doesn't have. See, I thought some tapes
So
had lyrics.
no
Uh,
cassettes. I don't think cassettes had it. I think CDs had it because remember CDs would kind of like unfold
right.
like a poster. So
Right.
sometimes the CDs, right? I don't think cassettes it because you're limited to like it's only this freaking thing.
Yeah.
So
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check one more because Queen has some good lyrics.
yeah,
Give me 1 second.
Queen, yeah. What else
Yeah.
do you have up there, you fucking guy?
Queen.
Shut the fuck up. Just
Did
read
you-
check the damn case.
Yeah, no, there's no lyrics. I think you're right. I think it was just mainly CDs because I remember pulling the lyrics out of the CDs and you would essentially, that's how you had them. But if they didn't have them, this is what you did. You would download them from the internet or
The
write them down
You know,
if you
it's
didn't have a
one
printer.
song that I searched the lyrics for was Ludacris's like first hit
Oh,
song.
of course, because that was hard to.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He went like when I first heard that song, I'm like, yo, that song is dope. And I want to be able to like just fucking rap it out. So I went onto the internet and it was called Fantasy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I wanna lick you from your head to your
Head to your
toes, and I
toes,
wanna move from the
move from
bed
the
down
bed,
to
down
the floor, and I wanna bro, banger, bro, such a
Bang.
freaking banger, dude.
I think one of the lyrics I wanted to download was Busta Rhymes. Anything Busta Rhymes.
Anything Busta Rhymes.
I was like, I have to see these lyrics.
He was just a million miles per a minute, just freak.
Yeah.
Dude, all his songs were. I mean, granted, he had some dope chill songs like "Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See," and oh my god, what's the other one? I can't think of the name because I actually was listening to Busta Rhymes a few days ago. He has one that has the Knight Rider beat to it. That's so sick.
But again, his
Fired Up.
rapping
That's what
was
it's called. Fired Up.
fired up. That's right. But again, his rapping is just, oh my god, it's unmatched.
Yeah.
Like you the speed that he goes, and he was like, yeah, you need to download some lyrics, bro, or write them down because you're not gonna follow it by just listening to it. And I think one of the things I remember was they would put the lyrics. I don't know if you remember this. They would put them in like sleeves, like plastic sleeves to like protect them, I guess. And then that's where you had the binders. Like there was people that didn't do that. They would be in like folders and be like all messy. But then you had the people that would just like put them in sleeves, so they're like
and
nice.
they had
and
them just there on display, so you could through the clear holding thing. They would flip through like, oh yeah, I have this song, I have this song, I have this song.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
But again, this was in the 90s. This is what we did.
And again, we didn't have much. There wasn't much to do on the internet, so we did whatever we knew was possible. And downloading lyrics was something that you could do in the 90s on the internet. So a bunch of people did it, and I asked this to a bunch to people online, and a few did come back to me and tell me, yeah, and it was outside of where we lived. So I was just hoping it wasn't just a where we lived thing, but yeah, downloading lyrics from the internet, it was a thing, and it's so crazy to think that this was something that you will never hear happening again. No one's downloading lyrics from the internet in 2026 trying to learn songs or anything.
No,
but
definitely not.
Let us know. Did you download lyrics? Did you have somebody in your school downloading lyrics and having a whole binder filled with just straight banger songs and the lyrics in there? And even more so, were they handing them out? Let us know. One of the most iconic things of The Simpsons was the Bart Simpson prank calls that he did to Moe's Tavern. And I was just like, man, we have to talk about this, and we gotta watch these and get some reactions and see what people think. So right here, we got some of the best ones here. Let's hear them.
Moe's Tavern.
Is Oliver there?
Who?
Oliver, clothes off.
Hold on, I'll check.
Hold on.
Oliver, clothes off. Call for Oliver, clothes off.
Oh, where's your sense of humor?
Moe's Tavern.
Hello, is Al there?
Al?
Yeah, Al. Last name, Kaholic.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that was a popular one.
Alcoholic. Is there an
Everyone just
alcoholic
starts
here?
cracking up.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
You little yellow belly rat jackass. I ever find out who you are, I'll kill you.
I mean, there were some classic ones. There
Most
really
have.
was.
Is Mr. Freely there?
Mr. Freely.
First initials IP.
Hold on.
IP.
Is IP Freely here? Hey, everybody, IP Freely.
Dude.
Wait a minute. Listen to me, you lousy bum. When I get a hold of you, you're dead. I swear I'm gonna slice your heart in half.
And them just cracking up.
Yeah, most have it, most speaking.
Is Jock there?
Who?
Jock. Last name Strap.
Hold on. Jock
Dude.
Strap. Hey guys, I'm looking for a Jock
There's so
Strap.
many of them, bro.
And you can tell this is early Simpsons playing
wait a
animation.
Yeah, it really was.
Jock Strap. It's you, isn't it, you cowardly little runt? When I get a hold of you, I am gonna gut you like a fish and drink your blood.
Hello, is Homer there?
Oh,
Homer,
this
who?
was good.
Homer sexual.
Wait 1 second, let me check.
How did you not catch on to that, Homer?
Homosexual?
Seriously.
Come on. One of you guys has got to be homosexual.
Don't look at me. Dude,
Little punk.
I'm telling you, man,
If
there
I
were
ever
some
get a hold
classic
of you,
ones.
I'll
There really
sink my
were.
Teeth into your cheek
Oh.
and rip your face
You'll
off.
do
shit.
what, young man?
What? Wait,
What?
who is
What?
this?
I think the real question is, who is this, and where is Homer Simpson?
Whoa, sorry, Principal Skinner, sorry. It's a bad connection, I think. Yeah, it's for you. I think Bart's in trouble again.
No!
Any elite meat to drink?
Yeah, hello, is Mike there? Last name Roch.
Hold on, I'll check. My crotch! My crotch! Has anybody seen my crotch lately?
Dude,
You little puke.
I'm telling you, man,
One of these
these
days I'm gonna catch you and I'm gonna carve my name on your back with an ice pick.
And yo, Mo was not playing, bro. Like his threats were, you're not
No, they
seeing
were-
that
they
stuff
were-
in cartoons now.
nah, there's no way.
I mean, this is an adult show,
Hold on,
bro.
I'll
Yeah.
check. Hey, everybody. I'm a stupid moron with a ugly face and a
Like,
big
how did
butt.
that one even
My
get
butt
through?
I don't know. I don't know how that
I
got
like to
through.
kiss my own butt.
Like that one's that I was like, bro, how did you even get to that?
Dude, I don't know, bro.
Hello, Moe's Tavern. We're at the place of the Rob Roy.
Is Seymour there? Last
Oh.
name
Classic.
Just a sec. Hey, is there a Butts here? See more Butts? Hey, everybody! I want to see more Butts! Listen, you little scout.
Dude, man, I'm telling you, man,
Yeah, man.
these were just freaking like they were amazingly classic. Like,
Yeah. And it gave everybody inspiration when they crank call people to say stuff. Like seriously, like I'm
you want
sure.
to talk about influence, bro?
Yeah,
Bro,
I'm sure Bart Simpson influenced a whole generation to crank call and use those names. You see it now on social media. People go to
Yep.
Walmart's and be like, yeah, can you call my brother? And they'll give a name split into two
yep.
where you can't catch on. They'll say the last name, the first name, and then the last name, and then the people will say, and then most of the times they don't catch on, and other times it's just like, no, I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
But this is where it started.
It did.
Bart Simpson calling Moe's Tavern and just basically, giving us some of the greatest crank calls in like animated history.
And you gotta think, okay, Bart Simpson, and again, also a cartoon that probably started in the 80s with prank calls on and stuff like that. It led the way for like the Jerky Boys and stuff like that. Like, dude, the Jerky Boys wouldn't be the Jerky Boys if it wasn't for Bart Simpson prank calls.
Yeah.
Like it. Then you got like some funny ones, and then like, of course, who can remember the what was it, the classic one? I Hit Your Dog.
Oh, the Kerpow.
The Kapow. Like,
Your daughter, she hit my dog, and now
Yes.
my dog needs operation.
that needs a segment altogether. But other than that, again, Bart Simpson, the king of prank calls to Moe's
Yeah.
Tavern, bro. It
So
really
who
was.
remembers these? I mean, granted, The Simpsons is still around, but let me know. Do you remember these? Did you ever do some of these? Hit us up. And here we go with the memes of the week. These are memes that are sent to us by friends, families, and sometimes the content creators. Shout out to Kiko and Johnny. Kiko is 90s Kids Days, and Johnny is 90s era nostalgia. Some of the best 90s pages out there. If you guys aren't following them, go check them out. They will give you instant nostalgia. But here we go. Let's just go ahead and jump into the first meme.
Let's do it.
Okay, dude, seriously, this is a 90s icon right here.
He is.
And this is before all the other freaking workouts at home. Billy Blanks set the freaking standard for home workouts. The meme reads, in the 90s, if Billy Blanks couldn't get you fit, no one could. Let's be real. How many moms, aunts, they were like families were doing this together. Women were holding workout sessions in their houses with their friends doing these Tybo videos. This guy was everywhere. This infomercial was absolutely everywhere.
I have a confession to make. I used it a little bit, and it's a hell of a workout. It's not a joke.
I mean, it's calisthenics.
It is like a hell of a workout. I thought it was a joke. I was like, I wanted to lose weight, and my mom's like, oh, here's a DVD, try him, he's pretty good. I'm like, all right, I'll try it. And like the simplest things that you wouldn't think of, I'm like, oh my god, my thigh is hurting. Why is my thigh hurting? Because he's using muscles that you never thought to use before. So it's a workout, bro. It really is. But he was everywhere.
And his infomercial didn't just run like at night. It was in the morning, during the day, at night. He was everywhere. Billy Blanks. You cannot escape Billy Blanks in the 90s, dude.
No, there's no way.
I mean, and he paved the way for all the ones that came after. The one that came, in the 2000s, P90X.
Oh, P90X. That's
that
right.
Was like an extreme version of freaking Tybo. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Billy
it really
Blanks
was.
Started it in the 90s. I'm sure there were some in the 80s. I'm not gonna knock. I'm sure he wasn't the originator, but this was
Richard Simmons. We got to give a shout out to Richard Simmons.
Correct.
He did his own, but it was a different. Yeah, it was a different thing. Richard Simmons was sweating to the oldies. This was like straight up like
intense fucking karate moves, and and I mean, granted, iconically, Richard Simmons, an icon. Billy Blanks, an icon. I can't tell you the name of the P90X guy. I don't remember it. I'm sure, but dude,
we could tell you Chuck Norris had the total fit gym.
Well, yeah, but that was a whole other situation.
That's a whole other system,
like,
bro.
If Chuck Norris came out with a brand of what's that thing called that you use to strengthen?
Oh, the wrist. Yeah, there's the wrist. It was to make your forearm strong.
You could have branded Chuck Norris grip strength, whatever, and that thing would have sold just with him on it.
Yeah. But I think he makes most of his money advertising with Total Gym. But Billy Blanks, the VH, like he started off on VHSs in the 90s. And then went like to DVDs. I've only seen them on DVDs.
I've seen these in Goodwills. I've seen these in thrift stores, the VHSs and the DVDs.
And he had a special name, Tybo. Whatever.
We're gonna get you fit with Tybo. I just remember seeing him on there and doing stuff. I'm like, well, I do this every day, just playing outside. Like, when I play Power Rangers, like I'm doing Tybo.
Yeah,
and I'm doing some crazy stuff because I'm literally running up. I'm imitating what I see, and I used to be able to do all that stuff. I'm literally running up to like tree trunks and like kicking off and doing like a tornado kick off of it. And I learned how to do cartwheels and front flips. And yeah, man, shout out to Power Rangers, the kids Tybo.
Yeah,
let's go to the next one. So we actually recently talked about these in another segment, but on screen right now is the iconic 2000s phone. Like this thing has an attitude. Like this is the greatest phone that came out in the 2000s next to the Razor. I think I have a Razor somewhere around here. But ladies and gentlemen, the Sidekick from T-Mobile, and the meme reads, we don't want another iPhone. We don't, man. We have 97 different versions of iPhones that come on. They're the exact same shit. We want this back. And it is the Sidekick.
Dude, if they come out with any type of smartphone that can do what the Sidekick does, it will be a frenzy. It'll be a free-for-all because people just want that flip, that click. Dude.
The flip, a whole ass keyboard.
Yep.
And it's essentially a portable gaming system.
Yeah, pretty much.
A web browser. You could watch this thing was this was the smartphone / fucking gaming system of the time. It's sideways, and I I think I sent it to you. I actually reached out to them to see if we could get like a collaboration. There's a phone company that is coming out with an analog digital slash phone that is a flip phone, and it
Dude.
does you don't do apps on it. Phone calls, text messages, and very minimal web browsing.
And that's it. As we did in the early 2000s, late
Yep.
90s, early 2000s. That's
But
very
dude,
minimal.
how
But
many people would jump on a T-Mobile Sidekick that works right now on 5G over iPhone? I guarantee you
it would go.
this right now, the Sidekick would outsell the iPhone.
And it's funny because you look at this and you flip the phone back, you hide the keyboard. Essentially, it was a touchscreen.
Yeah.
It was a touchscreen.
But
So
you wanted that keyboard, and there's just something about that flip that added to that.
Yeah, it was kind of like the way when they did away with the flip phone, like it was easy to hang up on somebody with a flip phone. Now it's like, I'm gonna hang up on you.
Yeah, no, there's no attitude, there's no snap.
Yeah.
With that, I mean, dude, so crazy. But
Yeah.
yo, T-Mobile or anybody, I'm sure the patent for this or whatever it's keeping it from being made. Somebody has to bring one of these out. Bring back that Sidekick. I promise you.
Just
It will
mesh the
take off.
technology. Just mesh
And
it
send
from
it to
today's
us
technology.
first.
Yeah.
Let us be the ones that premiere the
Yeah.
2027 to 2028 Sidekick. Let's bring
Yeah.
Sidekicks back. Let's go.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. This one's so stupid.
It
And
really is.
Why did so many people did this stupid
course.
shit?
Of course.
All right. On screen right now it says the childhood dream to pull one of these and leave the house mysteriously. First of all right, so on screen it's literally a branch from a tree, and in it has I want to assume like a picnic blanket.
Yeah.
A
Stuff
picnic
with
picnic blanket tied up into a ball on a stick, and that was the iconic I'm running away from home situation. Okay, did you ever try running away from home?
I did, but it wasn't with this. It was with a suitcase.
Okay, well, you
And
were
I only made
definitely
it to, like
fancy pants because you lived in Kendall.
Yeah.
In the hood, we
it
did
was
this, and I remember trying to do this because I got so mad. I can't tell you why I got mad. And I grabbed a pillowcase, and I was just like, I can't fit anything. Like, how am I supposed to leave? And
How are you supposed to live?
dude, I grabbed a pillowcase and I literally went outside into we had a bush in front of my house that had like thick little twig sticks.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I literally thought that was how it's supposed to be done. I didn't think about, I just went with the aesthetic of what I saw in movies and in cartoons and in shows, grabbed the stick, I'm just like, all right, this isn't gonna work out. Like, I'm like,
You know
and
what
on
it's
top of that,
called,
I
right?
could only put like 5 shirts and like 2 pairs of shorts and like 10
Toys.
action figures, and then the twig broke.
Yeah, and peanut butter and jelly. If you
I didn't
could,
even
if you
put
could fit
food.
it. I just thought about my most important thing: toys. Forget food.
Clothes and
eat.
toys. I just need 2 or 3 shirts. It doesn't matter, and I need my action figures. I need my Power Rangers and my Ninja Turtles. That's it.
There you
Let's
go, bro. And I think this goes back to what they call a hobo stick, because I guess homeless people back in the day, this is what they would do. That's how they carry their stuff. They would just put it on their shoulder and walk.
But
So
and we saw this in like every time in any cartoon show or even in a movie or anything like that, if they were going to pull something or leave, they would grab one of these sticks and you just see them. I could picture so many Dennis the
so many
Menace,
cartoons.
so many cartoons with that little stick and that picnic blanket looking type thing, that plaid Al Borland shirt looking thing, and then you put it on the freaking stick, and then I'm running away from home, bro.
How far did you get?
I didn't get nowhere. I couldn't.
I didn't get
the
nowhere.
stick wouldn't hold it. I'm like, I might as well just hold the bag. And my grandma looked at me. She's like, "Stop playing with that. Come inside." I'm like, "All right." And I just went inside.
That was it. I went. I left. I think I walked like 3 feet. I looked back. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm going back in. That was it. But yeah, man.
I should eat a sandwich first.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't bring food. I brought all my toys, but no food.
Yeah. But yeah, this is number one. This is definitely not something seen or shown in any movies or cartoons now. It doesn't exist.
No.
Kids would look at this and be like, "What's going on here? Like, why are you stabbing that blanket with a stick? Like, what's in there? It's like a mystery. Is this a mystery toy that's in there, something like that?" Yeah. But yeah, 80s and 90s kids, you definitely know this image. You've definitely seen this in a movie or a cartoon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this was how we thought running away looked like in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, because we saw it on television.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
So let us know, does this image bring back any memories? Did you attempt to run away from home with your little picnic blanket and your stick? Holla at us.
All right, bro.
All right. This one comes from our boy 90s era nostalgia, Johnny. And he understands.
Johnny.
And he actually, I told him you didn't know about this. So
Yeah.
the meme reads, when she asks if you go to the gym, and it has, you don't know who this is, do you?
I don't. No.
So this is Professor Oak's grandson, Gary, and he's basically holding all the gym badges from Pokemon. That means that you have completed all the gym badges, and now you could go to the big tournament. So
Okay.
it's a play on the word gym, because you battle in Pokemon gyms. But then if she asks you if you're like a gym bro, like, yeah, I'm a gym bro, and here's my proof.
I get it now. I get it.
So yeah, man, this one's real quick. This one's real easy. I mean, most Pokemon people, like, you know what this is. And this is a coveted thing right here. They released a starter jacket that's from Kanto, which is the region that Ash comes from. And on the
What'd you
flap
call
right.
me?
What?
What'd you call me?
Oh, you mean Kanto?
Yeah.
So on the flap of the starter jacket, you flip it up and you have all those badges there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you have to earn all those badges to get to the end to fight the elite. So, but yeah, now that is your crash course in Pokemon. And Johnny says that I need to lend you a Game Boy with Pokemon Yellow, and he will school you on Pokemon.
All right. Yeah, we could do a whole like live TikTok live with it, because like Tony and Retro learning Pokemon.
Oh, in that case, I'll just take 2 Game Boys down and we'll just link them up.
Oh, perfect. And we could see each other's like
we could trade Pokemons.
Oh, that's cool. That's dope. I mean, again, the closest thing I've gotten to Pokemon was released 10 years ago, and that was Pokemon Go. So
there you go. Which we're doing a thing on that in the next episode on the anniversary.
There I can talk about.
That's the 10-year anniversary of Pokemon Go.
I actually have a picture on Facebook that shows me trying to capture a Pokemon.
I have videos of me and my son doing it. Yeah.
Nice.
So, but yeah, that's it. When she asks if you go to the gym, of course I go to the gym, girl. I hit all the gyms up and I win. And here are the badges to prove it.
I saved the best for last for me.
The best for last. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, this comes from our boy Kiko over at 90s Kids Days. And it is the iconic scene of the turtles in TCRI trying to find out about the ooze. But the meme reads, me and the homies downloading songs off of LimeWire, destroying the computer. What's on here? He put a can of Surge at the top. Iconic. We need Surge back. Surge is my drink.
Surge back. Yep.
And then he has a little list here on the computer of all the websites or the apps, if you will. So we got Napster, BearShare, LimeWire, and Kazaa. I'll throw onto there what's missing here. Morpheus, which is another version of Kazaa, and WinMX is one that I use a lot too.
Dude, we definitely destroyed some computers. And who could have figured out about those pop-ups when you downloaded a bunch of
my goodness, dude.
viruses? Dude,
I can tell you right now, looking at this picture, I will tell you who everybody was in my crew, and you know most of them. I'm Donatello on the computer because I'm the one that had the computer. That Raphael is Chris over my shoulder. Leonardo is Alex, and then over there is Michelangelo is my brother Mike.
Yeah.
And that's how we would all crowd around. Hey, get this song, get this song, get this song. Oh, let's make a CD. Let's make a mix. Let's make a mix for when we go play football. Let's make a mix for that. Oh, get this song, get this, bro. And like you would see, you're getting linkinpark.mz.exe. And it's like, all right, I got
a bunch of numbers behind it.
Yeah. I got Somewhere I Belong. And now my computer, it's going
super slow. And what is this pop-up? I don't know what this is. I have another one and another one. And oh my God, I've just given my computer STDs.
Yep.
Like,
are you 18 and older?
Dude.
Sometimes.
But I'm telling you, bro, like whether it was BearShare and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember Napster doing this. I think it was more on the later ones like Kazaa, LimeWire,
Yeah.
BearShare,
I
Morpheus.
don't remember if I don't think I ever got a thing from Napster, but Napster was so early on that
It
I
was
don't
the
think
first.
people didn't corrupt the internet yet. They didn't know that they could corrupt the internet yet
Yeah,
in Napster. But definitely Kazaa and LimeWire,
forget it.
you were it was a 80% chance whatever you were going to download was bringing a virus with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
did you just get the new Eminem song? You also just got a Trojan horse.
Yeah, pretty much a Trojan horse. And the great thing is, I guess not the great thing. They were terrible, but back then we didn't do online banking, so there was not
No.
really there was no personal information.
Yeah.
Back then on our like we still were on paper back then. So really, it was just to pretty much destroy your computer.
Yeah, just to
Like,
slow it down and possibly scan folders to see if there's anything incriminating on there. I
yeah,
remember one time I downloaded something that was sent to me by a friend, and he basically what this thing was, it gave him access to like kind of override my computer, and he was messing with me. And then all of a sudden, my screen went black and it did the Matrix thing. It's like, "Hi, Rolly,
oh yeah,
how are you? You have a virus. I am taking over your computer. The only way you could unlock this is if you go right now to Joel's house and give him all your money." I'm like, Joel. And then I'm like, what the fuck? And then he writes in there, I'm just fucking with you. That thing that you opened gave me access to your computer. I'm like, oh, okay.
that's
Joel was like 3 years younger than me. So I literally went to his house. I'm like, yo, don't fucking, how do I take that off? He's like, oh, I have to take it off. I'm like, well, take it off now, because if my mom finds out or you fuck up my computer, I'm screwed.
yeah. And computers weren't cheap back then. They
No.
weren't like you could get them like a dime a dozen. Oh, let me go run to Best Buy real quick and get one. They were, and if you got a virus, you had to take it to someone, or someone had to come to your house and fix it,
Mhm. Remember
like
that?
a IT guy.
Yeah.
Like now, you just take your laptop and you go to Geek Squad, but someone had to physically come to your house because you're not taking a whole desktop, a whole
tower, yeah.
monitor, like nothing. So, but we definitely gave our computer viruses, bro.
What
For
a
sure.
time. What a time for internet and downloads, just destroying those computers. And again, let us know which one of these was the kill. I want to say most people are going to say LimeWire, but
Yeah.
BearShare and Kazaa definitely did their damage too. Let
And
us know which
of
one
course,
you
the
used.
honorable mention, Morpheus.
Morpheus. And that is the show, everyone. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for taking this nostalgic ride. Today, we went over the birthday of N64. N64 turned 30 years. Holy crap.
30 years, bro. Insane.
I'm
Insane.
1,000 years old hearing that N64 is 30. What the hell?
You're
How?
just like turning old. Like just
How? Then we
I don't
talked
know.
about some of those awesome neighborhood games, Ding
Yep.
Dong Ditch and Manhunt.
Manhunt.
Man, Manhunt was such an awesome thing.
What a
Like
great game.
I gotta reach out to all like my old neighborhood friends. I'm friends with all of them still on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell them that we did this segment and we talked about it. That was
Yeah,
a time machine
definitely.
for me. Song lyrics, downloading song lyrics, writing song lyrics. I want to say that it has to be something that other people did outside of where we live, because
Yeah, for sure.
there were websites dedicated to producing the song lyrics. So you're not going
And
to make a website unless unless a bunch of people are trying to get this information.
all you had to do is like just type the name, and most likely it would just boom, lo and
Yep,
behold,
and you
pop
just
up.
download it, and it was like the small, like kilobytes.
Yeah.
It's a Word document. It's
Yeah.
nothing.
But
So-
on 50K, it took a little time.
oh yeah, definitely. Well, 28 was the first one, then 56.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, 28,
Um,
forget it. You're gonna wait there for a while.
then we saw those incredible prank calls from
Oh my
Bart
god,
Simpson.
Bart Simpson. Yep.
Dude, those were iconic. Those things that was a time machine, because I remember being in my grandma's house when I would watch it, and it was like one of the parts like, oh man, they're gonna do a prank call segment, and I was like, oh, is Seymour there? Last name Butts. Hey guys, I'm trying to see more Butts. Where's Seymour Butts, bro? Dude,
Great one. I love that one.
yeah, man.
But,
But, dude-
again, that was a prank call. That was a prank that was also on the movie Heavyweights.
Yeah,
Oh, we see more butts than you, Uncle Tony.
that's right, Uncle Tony.
So,
But guys, thank you for rocking them with us again. Like it's been awesome. These
is.
trips down memory lane are awesome. Not just for me and Tony, but getting to do it with you guys and the feedback you guys give us. Real quick, I didn't do this in the last episode because I get so excited talking. I forget that this is literally like it's not business, but we gotta do the business parts. Guys, make sure you are following us on our social
Yeah.
medias. I am Rolly's Retro Room on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Is there another one? Oh, YouTube. I mean, but
YouTube.
if you're watching
Yeah.
on YouTube. And the podcast is on all podcast sites, Rolly's Retro Room podcast. Tony is Tony in Retro on Instagram and TikTok now again. He's back
Yep.
with a
I'm
new
back.
page.
Little by little.
And if you guys want to reach out to the show, send us pictures of your collection, send us pictures of your retro days and how we could feature it on here. You want to give us feedback about the podcast, by all means, the email is rolysretroroompod@gmail.com. Send us whatever you want. Like we want you guys to be part of the show. And yeah, I mean, it's just, this is your show. This is the retro room. You guys are always invited into the retro room. This is not just my retro room. This is everyone's retro room. And we want you guys to hit us up and, give us feedback. And if you're listening to this on any of the podcast sites, please, please, please put some feedback, give us a rating, give us some comments. Let us know what you think of the show on there. It will help the show grow on those podcast sites. But yeah, man, that's all you got from me, bro. You got anything over there, Tony?
No, again, we just thank you. We love this community, man. We thank you for listening, and to those who are listening and to those who are watching it from the beginning and watching us grow, thanks. Thanks for watching those first rough ones, I guess you could call it. those like rough ones.
Definitely, if you start watching or listening to the show, start from the end and go back. Work your way back. Don't start at one, because one is rough. One through like 10 are pretty rough.
Yeah, they're rough, but you know what? They're near and dear to our hearts. And you know what? If you're watching them and you enjoy it, dude, more power to you. And just thank you for sharing the love and actually going back and seeing our progression, because we love it. We enjoy being here with you guys and talking about everything retro. And again, you heard the email. You have any ideas? Shoot them up, and we will talk about it on the podcast.
But with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead, leave you with this. Be kind, and thanks for always rewinding with us. Keep it retro.
Later.